General Jack Keane, who is a retired four-star general, former Vice Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army, and Chairman of the Board for the Institute of the Study of War. As we mentioned, he also visited Trump Tower today, and there's some vacancies there, General. So, come on, let's have it. What'd you get offered?
Look, it was his meeting, all right, not mine, and he controls the information. But I'll tell you this. The thing I had in common with Donald Trump is about a dozen years ago, we got a Man of the Year award in New York City, the Hotel Plaza, from the USO. So I met him once. And I found him to be very personable. He asked excellent questions throughout the 45 minutes that I was with him. Very, very engaged and very curious about, the world and its complexities. And, something, let's be honest, that he and many of his close-in advisors that he's selected don't have a lot of knowledge about. It's not surprising. Most people who aspire to be president don't have a foreign policy and national security background. The exception was certainly Hillary Clinton.
You do.
I do.
So, I mean, you tell me, because you are enjoying your retirement and all your many stars, and now, you're working in the Institute of Study of War, which you co-founded, founded. So you tell me whether you might have some interest in being the Director of National Intelligence or even Secretary of Defense or something like that.
Well, that's between myself and Donald Trump.
That's not a no.
I spoke very frankly to him, and he understands where I'm coming from.
All right, viewers, we are getting someplace with the general. We're getting someplace. I feel like we know, but he just can't say. I want to ask you about the breaking news and Michael Flynn, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn. We know him. He's on the Kelly File all the time. Many people are going to lose their minds over this. Just explain why this position is so important, National Security Advisor to the President.
Yeah, it's a really important position, certainly. Just the name itself implies that. There's two jobs there. The one is very visible, the National Security Advisor to the President. And obviously, the President judges whether that person is successful or not, because he or she speaks to that person on a regular basis, just about every single day, multiple times a day.
That person's like the clearinghouse for information from the intelligence agencies, and who else?
From all the interagencies that deal with national security. So the second piece of the position gives you a better sense of it. He's also the director of the National Security Council, which has members on it from the Department of Defense, Department of State, all of our intelligence agencies, the Department of Treasury, etc. And it has its own staff, which now is about 400. Senate Armed Services Committee wants to reduce it. So those are the two jobs.
So he doesn't need to be confirmed in that position. He can just, if Donald Trump wants him, he's got him. But people are already pointing to some controversial statements that General Flynn has said in the past, including, let me pull it up, this one from his Twitter account. This is from April, last April. Fear of Muslims is rational, in all capital letters, rational. Please forward this to others. The truth fears no questions. I mean, his language like that, and is General Flynn's somewhat controversial history, especially with the Democrats, going to hurt him at all? I mean, can it?
Well, as I said before, he's advising the President of the United States. That's between the two of them. The President's going to judge whether Flynn is doing a good job or not. The other thing he does, so I can just carry that thought a little further, when the President makes a decision to implement a national security policy, it'll be General Flynn's job to coordinate all of the agencies I mentioned in the execution of that policy. And also,
you feel good about it? Do you feel like General Flynn can do this?
I know him. He's a good guy. This is about the President's confidence in somebody that he knows, somebody he likes, and somebody he trusts. Okay. That's what this is really all about.
We got our eyes on you, General Jack.
I frankly don't think whether we think he's a good guy or not, or a great guy or bad guy, it's not even relevant. This is about the President picking a guy he wants to talk to every single day about national security. That's what's important.
Just telling you. Watching you. I'm going to see you going back into Trump Tower. We're going to see a big announcement. I hope you come right here to Kelly File first after you get it. Great to see you.
Good talking to you, Megan.